god.
Oh my 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 god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's right, everybody. By the sounds of that, you'd be absolutely right as to think I'm diving headfirst into a pool of misery and despair. But in actuality, I'll be playing the City of Hell mod in Resident Evil 2 Remake. And now that I think of it, those two things are actually interchangeable, so either one will do. Now, if you aren't familiar with this mod, it's a complete overhaul of the game that randomizes items, enemies, and diminishes my will to live.
Are you fucking kidding?
But that's a reoccurring theme here on my channel, so what else is new? And now, without further ado, let's see if I can actually beat this mod or if I'll smash my head through a wall. The year is 1998. I was sent back in time to stop the creation of the G-Virus, a virus created by William Birkin. After arriving, it was clear to me that not only has the city gone to shit, but I'm also in it neck deep. I performed some jukes to make my way out of the gas station, leaving with no answers as to Birkin's whereabouts, but with the world's largest hickey. Making my way to the police station, I tested my theory that I am in fact immune to explosives, only to be shown quite the opposite. Persisting forward, I saw the cutest little dog staring at me through the debris. Only he wasn't a very good boy. But little did he know, being from the future and all, death is a mere inconvenience for me, and nothing will stop me from achieving my goal. I respawn like I lost a game of Jumanji and get violently ejected from the sky. After arriving at the RPD, I was surprised to see the front doors were locked, so I tried asking the friendly scientist outside for some help.
Hey dude, you got the key?
He turned out to be of no use, but I still managed to make my way inside. Oh, sorry, barely managed to make my way inside. This guy was tough, and I have so many questions. What's with the large eye? No socks or shoes outside? And where'd you get the pipe? Anyways. Inside, I saw the dead have obtained my ability to respawn by getting violently ejected from the sky. This is not good. And neither is this, so we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Moving through the east area was quite difficult, but I managed to make it through with, minimal damage. I guess minimal is subjective here. On the west side of the station, I take out a lot of infected, but seem to hear a familiar voice lurking the halls. Oh my god, not this guy again. I mean, seriously, does this guy not know I'm on a time crunch here? Like, hello, trying to stop the end of the world. Ugh, I need to find Birkin, and fast. After making my way to the library, my worst fear had become a reality. The Umbrella Corporation must have heard of my mission, so they sent reinforcements of their own. The female Tyrant, T-103. She's brutal, determined, and, well, nicely built. They were tossing me around like this was a match of WWE. But one thing to remember, I should never be underestimated. Unless dogs are involved, of course, because I have the reaction time of someone with a very horrible reaction time. But fear not, after nearly escaping the courtyard, I was eviscerated in the hallway by an intense zombie liquor combo. My bad. After making my way to the final medallion, I was pleasantly greeted by the Tyrant twins, only this time they weren't alone. If I wasn't being sliced open by the liquor, I was for sure being suplexed. And for a brief moment, I think she could sense the utter sadness and despair in my eyes. But in the end, she didn't care. Now with the medallion in hand, I'm one step closer to finding Birkin and stopping him from creating the G-Virus. On the way out, I was forced to fight this guy again. And I gotta say, I do admire the persistence, but nothing will get in my way. Although he did kinda kill me a bunch of times, but I give most of the credit to the dogs and the Tyrant, who gracefully decides to arrive when I'm almost done the fight. And just a few attempts later, I finally killed this guy, hopefully for good this time. After climbing the ladder, I met a little girl who would not stop following me around. It was actually kind of creepy. She ended up leaving with a guy who said he had all access passes to Comic-Con, and who's cosplaying as someone that looks like they shouldn't be left alone around taxidermy. Back in the police station, I saw my first sign of the G-Virus taking over this guy's body. Oh my god, this cannot be good. In the jail, I grabbed the heart key, but died a few times trying. Then I found the fuse and got a lovely wake-up call from the Tyrant.
Oh, what the f? Oh my god.
I found the club key, and oh, my bad. Don't mind all the blood, I just got done petting the local wildlife. On the way back with the H-tool, the Tyrant gave me quite the scare. But as I'm getting closer, the signs of the spread are only getting worse. Now, with the garage keycard in hand, and a few more deaths under my belt, I can finally get out of this godforsaken police station. Surely this is the worst of it. Right? In the RPD, I discovered Birkin had some ties to an underground lab. Birkin's totally secret lab is totally in the sewers. Seems pretty legit to me, so off I went. And my original route to the sewers was blocked off, so I went through the tunnel searching for a key or something. And oh boy, what a bad idea that was. As soon as I found the key, these creatures sprang out of the water. They looked like a rejected Pokemon design. Oh, there's one behind me, isn't there? On the way out, if being attacked by a bunch of Groots with boundary issues wasn't bad enough, there was also an inconceivable amount of dogs. I ran out of there so fast in a serpentine pattern without looking back, but once I made it, I was absolutely horrified because what on earth is that? After barely making it through the city, I found refuge at what appeared to be an orphanage. Only after turning around, I realized I was wrong. Not only was the door barricaded, but there were more Groots, and oh yeah, Lab Co guy was back again. He put up a good fight, but I cut him down to size. In the sewers, I was welcomed by the Tyrant twins and more Pokemon rejects, and then I was left with an impossible decision. 1. Get beaten to a bloody pulp, or jump into the menacing water below. Well, I chose the latter, and it actually went better than expected. That is, until one of them decided to give me mouth-to-mouth. After some investigating and looting, I ended up with the diamond key and back at the RPD again. There, I collected a plug, a few extra deaths, and caught the twins committing a cardinal sin. Camping. There I was in my safe room, and there they were, glaring at me from above. I mean, I respect their commitment to the cause, but come on, give me a fucking break. And after finally mustering up the courage to leave my safe room, I was left with instant regret. And why, you may be asking yourself? Because the twins are right behind me, and in front of me, a dozen zombies, Geodolts, dogs, and lickers. But after a number of attempts, I finally made my way back to the sewers with the remaining plug. I resupplied power to the area, but in doing so, I somehow pissed off this spiky eyeball-looking guy with pants. And as if my day could not get any better, here come the Tyrant twins. It's moments like these where I self-reflect and ask myself if I severely pissed somebody off in a previous life. Once I made it to the platform, some of my friends from the sewers decided to join me, and so did some zombies because one nearly took me out falling from the sky. I took my fair share of beatings during this fight, especially my ankles. And actually, well, my whole body. But finally, he was bitch slapped into oblivion. And, as the great Buffy Summers once said,
"Good night, bitch."
I'd also like to say rest in peace, but I don't trust this is the last time I'll see you. On the way out of the sewers, I was drawn to what appeared to be a muffled crying sound. Oh hey, there was that little girl again from before. She seems to have a wristband on. That could be useful for me. And like the true hero that I am, instead of consoling her, I stole her wristband. Finally in the lab, I make my way through the east area, and I cleared a ridiculous amount of zombies and lickers, unscathed by the way. Sorry, I don't mean to be bragging or anything, but you know what, actually who am I kidding? I am totally bragging. But just as I was starting to get a little too cocky, the Tyrants quickly humbled me.
Ah,
After some investigating to access Birkin's lab, I need a wristband upgrade. And of course with my luck it's strapped to a guy dangling from the ceiling intertwined with evil plants. When I get home, this report's gonna be so fucking weird. So to take care of the plants, I try to make some sort of herbicide, but if I'm being honest, I'm not that great in science, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I put my solution through the sprinklers, collected the upgrade, and... what was that? Oh, Fabulous. I met my demise once again on the way back to Birkin's lab, but finally I'm here. But oh, what's this? A conveniently placed tape?
Hold your fire!
Oh my god. Birkin's dead? And worse, he's been following me this whole time? Jeez, how did I know maybe I could have helped him or something? But instead, I shot him. Over and over again. Who am I kidding? I actually don't really care. Time to get the hell out of here. Thank God this is all over with. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? This guy's like that annoying rash I keep getting on my... Actually, I'll save you guys the visual, but you get what I mean. And you know what, Birkin? Let's finish this. The fight is intense. He brought his sewer friends with him. And when they weren't regurgitating God only knows what down my throat, Birkin took a page out of Zeke's book.
How sad.
I found the world's strongest zombie who tanked a mag shot to the face
I just shot you in the head with a mag. What do you mean?
and took more beatings than I can count. And then finally, I brought Birkin down. But I did have some reservations, so I took the necessary precautions. On the way out of the lab, I fought my way through some plant people again and arrived at a very suspicious looking platform. Something I've learned during my time here is a platform usually means something really bad is about to happen. And just like that, unlocking the door above summons not one, but two Birkins. If I thought the Tyrant twins were bad, I truly had another thing coming.
What the fuck?
As I took one down, the Tyrant gracefully jumped down from above, like an angel. Only one that seriously wanted me dead. Severely. And as you could imagine, I was starting to feel a little bit defeated.
Just kill me.
And a few measly hours later, I remembered the key to any woman's heart. Dancing. We begin with distance, conflict, and intense eye contact. She makes a passionate lunge, but I respond with grace. The footwork of a matador. And her jealousy burns because she's so jealous of my non-apparent rhythm. And the slap of passion, she nearly stole the spotlight. Well, actually she did, because it happened more than once. But as you know, the flamenco always ends in tragedy. And this is the final step. Adios. Okay, that was a lot more dramatic and time-consuming than I thought it would be. Time to get out of here before I blow up. Alright, now I just need to power up this train. Okay, and we should be in business. So why is there a minigun here? Oh my god, come on. Please be nothing. Please be nothing. Oh my god. And I can't even say I'm surprised, but this is getting a little bit ridiculous.
Oh my god.
3 even more mutated versions of Birkin dropped from the sky. Oh, and the twins just had to see me off too. And for a moment, I just stood there, soaking it all in, thinking to myself, self, this is really gonna f***ing suck. And for once, I was right. I died time after time after time. And the death here meant a rematch against the Super Tyrant, so you can only imagine how I was feeling inside. And in case you can't, I was feeling broken. But I finally managed to get it done. I picked them off one at a time and dodged the twins. Surprisingly, the most annoying part about this fight was the invincible zombie who just happened to be everywhere at the worst possible time. But here, I brought Birkin down, and surely for good this time. I really hope I just didn't jinx that. And you know what? I'm not gonna stick around and find out, so let's get the hell out of here. Hold on, why am I being rerouted to Spain 2004? Something about an old virus resurfacing? Ugh. Well, I survived Raccoon City. How hard can Spain be? And what's the worst that can happen? Cults? Alright, that's a wrap in this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. This was definitely one of the hardest mods I've ever done on this channel before, so please like and subscribe. It almost makes all of the tears and hours suffering worth it. Also, I know this is something I haven't really done before, so let me know below if you like this style of video, and also what you want to see in my channel in the future. And until the next one, see ya.